Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and honored guests. I have this favorite quote of mine that I use for everything in my life. It's even written by a fellow Minnesotan, and her name is Cheryl Strayer. You are not entitled to the belief to play the cards you think you ought to have been dealt. You are obligated to play the hell out of the cards that you're holding. Got it? Okay. Let's bite the bullet and talk about online dating. Who here has indulged and engaged themselves in that rite of passage delving down into the wormhole of online dating? Oh, you are a brave soul, brave soul. Okay. Do you know how many dating services there are out there? A lot. You've got your J dating, you've got your senior, you got your Christian, then you've got Caucasian, Black, Hispanic, White. Oh, I already said that twice. You've also got, just seeing if you're listening, you've also got your LGBTQ groups. And if you really want to get kinky and weird, you can get your smell dating groups and your last resort dating groups. What? I'm a little bit out of my league because I'm like a baby boomer. I gotta tell you, I have engaged in these online dating groups and gone down that wormhole, and I want to share with you tonight some stories and 3 pieces of advice. Number 1, you can dive in head first, or you can research all the protocols and the etiquettes and end up writing a dissertation for your PhD. Number 2, tell the truth. Okay? Number 3, it's a part-time job and you're not paid. You know, I have pretty much given up on the firemen pretty quickly because I am no longer interested in putting out their married fire asses. Number 1, dive in or write a dissertation. I consider myself a fairly pretty good writer. I'm proficient and intelligent, and I'm also a professional photographer. So for the very first profile, I just dove in cold turkey, and I was immediately told by my lesbian couple friends that I posted all the wrong photographs and that the text in my profile would scare the crap out of any man who read it. What? I mean, I'm a pretty open-minded person, and I change a few photographs, and I fixed up the text a little bit. But what happened to just being yourself? Why do we have to conform? I mean, I'm 60, I'm single, and possibly, you know, maybe I could bump up that PhD. I don't know. No, I don't think so. Moving right along to number 2. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. I don't understand. I'm so confused why people lie so much on their profiles, and everybody's confused why I tell the truth. Well, there was one guy, what I believe about telling the truth is if you tell a lie, then every lie goes into another lie, and another lie, and another lie, and then you have white lies, wild lies, and taradiddles. Taradiddles, do you know what that is? That is a petty lie. There was this one guy. He said he was 6 foot. Now I'm 5'4", so to bump up my game, I add a little bit in the heel department. Some women, they like to show a little cleavage. I'm a little more old-fashioned, so I bump up in the heel department. And when I met him for the first date, he was 5'3". Did he think I wouldn't notice? And then there's this other guy who was he said he was 160 pounds, and that's cool. But when I met him, he was well over 300 pounds. And I just outright said, yo, why did you lie about your weight in the profile? And he got all defensive and all crazy and weird and said, I was 160 pounds 8 months ago, and then I went through something really, really hysterical, and I gained all the weight. Oh. change and update your profiles, people, okay? Moving right along to number 3. It is a part-time job, and you ain't going to get no pay. Listen, if you're going to sign up for an online dating program, you got the questionnaire, and then you got to write your profile, then you got your pictures, then you got to read your people, the candidates, then you've got the candidates' emails, and looking at their pictures, and then you got to wink, send a heart, ignore. And I got to tell you, it takes time to ignore. My advice, the shortcut, just look at the photo. Don't read the email or profile. Look at the photo and then ignore. Because listen, if my mojo's not happening as a result of that photo, the profile is not getting read. When you think about the questionnaires, the most intense and longest questionnaire that's out there, do you know which one it is? eHarmony! 40 pages later, 7,000 questions, and they hooked me up with this gentleman these gentlemen that were so old and so uninteresting in my age bracket. I began to wonder, is this who I really am? Did I not know myself? Are these profiles of people who were compatible with me? I needed to go to therapy. It cost me $1,000, and I finally got the epiphany, understanding why. The epiphany, whomever you draw in is whomever you draw in. And it's nothing personal, and it's opportunities for growth. So there you have it. You can either take my advice, pass it on to a friend, or delete it on your computer. Dive in or write a dissertation. Update your profiles, okay? And tell the truth. And you're not going to get paid for this part-time job unless you meet Mr. or Mrs. Big. So there you have it. Whether you're on an online dating program or you happen to be single or you're with a partner, you not only have an obligation, but you also now have opportunities for growth to play the cards that are in your hand.